Hey, good morning. It's old Brookie. I had a wild day yesterday working in my studio and having a lot of lessons and recording and writing things out, having a lot of fun. My buddy Ron, who loves this song called Sign DC by Love, has a version he wants me to come back to. I made a video where I was kind of trying to demonstrate some of the lead guitar, which is in a later, probably live version. It's been a few years since we've talked about it, but Ron is interested in that again. I was going to say, before we dig into that, which I'll get around to eventually, we should probably review the E blues scale based up here at the 12th fret. I do have a few students who have been kind of struggling with bar chords and other kind of sight reading and stuff that's kind of a little bit drudgery but necessary. But they say sometimes I just like to go up high on the neck and just make up sound and just find notes, which I'm like, cool. You know, if you're like afraid to come up here, don't be afraid to make random weird noises. We need more of that, more chaos, more weirdness on guitar. Not in the world, but here's where we have to get more experimental and try things, because nobody's gonna get hurt. So let me recommend, if you don't mind, if you want to follow along, take your pointer finger and find the 12th fret, which is the double dot on the first string. That's an E. Okay, I know that's ridiculous, but you got to start somewhere. You can slide up to it, shake it, give it a little wobble. After you play that E, I recommend adding a G on the 15th fret with your pinky. So that's E and G. Probably go back to E. And try different mathematical combinations. You could do 1, 2, and 1. Or 2 and 1. 2, 1, 1. Different, just play with numbers. You can always do the hammer-on, pull off. So hammer-on's where you strike like this. Hear that? And pull off, you push away. So I'm striking. If you just touch it, there's nothing. You have to strike it. And then if you lift off, there's nothing. You have to kind of have a little force. But you can do that with your right hand or left hand. Probably your fretting hand for now. Notice I got a dead note in there, but I didn't stop. Don't worry about it. Pretty simple. Just master that. A lot of my students are like, well, I don't know what to do. I'm like, well, what do you mean? Why aren't you playing that? Well, I don't know. Well, come on. It's easy. It's stupid. It's so easy. Now go to the second string, do the same thing. That's a B and a D. So we got E, G, B, D. Same shape. Master that. You can slide down, slide up. Then you're going to get to the third string, which is a little different. This is going to be a 14-12. That's a A and a G. I would recommend bending that third string at the 14th fret like this. It goes up and then let it down with control like this. Not, you know, I'm kidding. No, but people do that. You have to make a wave. A very level, even wave. And then hit this 14 on the 4th string. That's another E note. Since we're in the key of E, you kind of want to land on that E note, and then it will resolve. Like with an E chord. And if you want to check, just go down to an E or E7. Hear that? E7, E note. You just got to connect those dots. And here's a high E. You can just bend a little bit, or a little more, or a little more. If you go way far. It's a little wacky, but why not? Just bend it to where it sounds cool. You be the judge. Let's add one more note. On the 4th string, the 12th fret, that's a D. Check this out. It's kind of like a E, D, E. Pretty easy, right? If you want to be a tough guy, you can add a distortion. Or fuzz. Kind of noisy. Now you notice I bent the 2nd string, 15th fret. That's a good one. That one has to go a whole step, because you're going from D to E. Remember how we went D, E? You have to bend it to the right pitch. You can also bend the 1st string, 15th fret. One more. I gotta wind it up. But 3rd string, 12th fret, G. Just give that a little tiny spin. Alright, one final note. This B flat, 3rd string, 15th fret. That's what makes it a blues scale. to tie it into an E or E7 chord so your ear has a reference. So this video's from my friend Ron, who I think is great, and I met him in Long Beach, California. We had a lot of fun hanging out. And Ron, I love you, man. You're a close friend, even though we've only met in person once. I know we're on the same wavelength on a lot of things. So, you know, a lot of love to you, Ron. So, yeah, man, work on that E blues scale, and we'll try to get around to that signed DC reaction rematch. All right. Yeah, man. Thank you. And get that E blues scale down, friends. You'll love it.